Okay, so I'm here to discuss the journey that we're about to take with Lourdes in the whole goal to trying to get her up on her feet. As you know, Lourdes is a 5-year-old little girl that has cerebral palsy or cerebral palsy, however you want to say it. This was as a result of brain injury at either the time of birth, while she was in utero, or after birth. We don't know at what point this happened, but it happened. And it's unfortunate because there's not a lot of things that I can do to pursue, further investigation on that. There's different types of cerebral palsy that affects different parts of the body. Lourdes's mostly affects her lower body, her lower extremities, like her legs. She has a little bit of palsy in the wrist, like she'll kind of keep it planted down like this. So we're trying to get her more, this is not even neutral. Neutral would be more like of a 20-degree angle. So we're trying to we have things in place to do that, but it's not bad enough that it needs intervention. However, her feet, ankles, those are very severe. And also we have a little bit of hip dysplasia, which is basically when a hip moves out of socket. And it doesn't just happen to CP kids, it can happen to anybody. Hip dysplasia can happen to any person where they may have to have some kind of intervention, but CP kids are more prone to it because if they don't begin to bear weight on their legs when that time comes, around, they could be anywhere from a few months old all the way up until walking, that a child can bear weight. And if they don't do that, then the hip can that hip bone can slowly start to just kind of slide out. And so last year, 2019, we went to her neurologist, who also practiced physical therapy before becoming a neurologist. We went to her and she ordered the x-ray and noticed that the hip was going out of socket. And then fast forward to 2019, late 2019, Lourdes's pediatrician, who actually sits on the board at her school, went into the school to do some regular checkups on the kids, because a lot of the kids have similar diagnoses, and sometimes he'll go over to the actual school to do checkups. And he saw that her right wrist she had a really strong bend down, which would keep her from doing anything, being able to do anything. And so he saw something there that he wanted to have further looked at by a specialist. So then he again decided to refer us to an orthopedic doctor. X-rayed her wrist and come to find out there was no abnormalities outside of CP stuff. So the wrist was fine. But then the doctor was like, well, now that I have her, I want to look at her feet, because he saw how much they were turned inward. And he was saying that her Achilles tendon was so tight that he wanted to get an x-ray to see what was going on there. So he ordered an x-ray for that. And then he also had saw where previously her neurologist documented that hip was going out of socket. So he then ordered an x-ray for that as well. So what we ended up finding out is there's a lot of things that need to be done, and there's a lot of intervention that can take place to try to alleviate some of that tightness, that pulling, fixing that hip, and doing what we can to really try to get Lourdes on her feet. And that is the goal for 2020. We really want to get her on her feet because she has accomplished eating for the most part. She's still working on chewing. We still have to break her food down a little bit, but overall she's eating by mouth, and we don't use the tube anymore. So now it's time to move on to the next thing, which would be walking. That would be the next biggest milestone that we would like to see her meet. So with all that being said, this doctor did and said some things that he feels like will get her in a place where she can at least try. Because we don't know what the future holds for anybody. We don't know what the future holds for her. We just know that we pray all the time, and we try to keep the faith that one day she will be able to take those steps. And those steps will mean so many things to her first, and so much more to us as well. So I'm going to show you some x-ray pictures to let you know what we're dealing with and what we're looking at. And then I'll come back and tell you what the game plan is for Lourdes moving forward, how long this journey is going to take, and how I feel about it. Okay, guys, so here we are. There's my baby's little body and her little butt. Do y'all see her little butt cheeks right here? I'm going to point to them. Her two little butt cheeks. So cute. Here is a normal hip right here. You see right in this area, it's in the socket. It's good, which is great because we don't want to be dealing with this on this hip. Okay, so on to this side, the left hip. Here's the socket right here, just like the other side. And as you can see, her hip bone, I have an arrow pointing to it, it's completely slid upward this way. So I'm gonna move on to the next photo, which can show it a little bit better, where you can see how here she's completely lined up, she's in socket. Here she's completely out of socket, and it's kind of bone to bone. So my little 5-year-old daughter is going to have a hip surgery, basically. I don't know if you call it a hip replacement. I just know that the doctor's going to go in and try to fix that hip and get it back in socket. And so this will take place sometime in the spring. I am not excited about it. I'm excited about her future, but I'm not excited about undergoing surgery because surgery can open up so many other things. And even for me, not just for her health-wise, but for both of us mentally and for her physically as well. And I'm not excited about that. And I'm not excited about doing it while my husband is away because I've had to endure hospital stays, decisions, and emotions by myself before. But I know that he's with me in spirit, and I understand the sacrifice that he has to make to take care of his family, but I still feel how I feel. So that's what we're dealing with this hip right here. This hip is out of socket and is going to require surgery because I can imagine the closer those bones are getting, it has to be painful or it will be painful. And that's what we don't want, any more discomfort for her, because people with cerebral palsy experience pain probably 70 to 85% of their day. And that's just already way too much. All right, so the next thing we're going to go over is the feet. I mentioned to you about her feet. So that right there is her right foot. You see how it's severely turned inward. Its point is not in the neutral position. It's really going inside instead of being more shifted to the right. So this is the case for both of her feet. This is the left foot. The left foot does the same thing. It actually may have a little bit more to it on this photo than it does normally. Like I said, the tone is usually normally high on the right one, but the left one has a lot more tone on this side than it does on this side. And it could be because of just being positioning on the x-ray table. It may not mean anything more than normal based on this photograph, because getting her to get in position on the x-ray table to take all these photos, after a while she was tired and ready to go home. So that's what that looks like. So yeah, this is what's going on. Showing you those photos of the feet. So both feet are going to have surgery as well on the same day as the hip. So we're talking about basically 3 procedures in one day. And what he's going to do with the feet is he may take some, depending on how her Achilles tendon looks when he gets in there, he may do some work to the Achilles, which is behind your ankle, or yeah, the back of your ankle. That would be something he may have to do there with some tissue work around there, especially if it's like damaged or whatever he has to do. I'm not a medical professional, but I try to do my best to understand these things. And then the part in the front that's turned inward, which would have, you know, like if you turn your hand inward, you can even feel like tendons in your hand pulling. So what he's going to do is do some like stretch them so that they can plant normally. He's going to stretch them in a direction, or probably cross some to like try to get her to as to neutral as he can get her. That's basically what I'm saying. I hope that makes sense. But I can imagine he'll cut and stretch something so that it can, instead of being like this, we can get it more like this. So now, right now she's in cast. She just got the first set on Wednesday, and she'll probably cast the full time, which is normally about 8 weeks. So it sounds backwards, but it makes sense. So he put her in cast first to try to get her as close to neutral as he can get her. And the reason why is because we do not want to overwork or underwork those tendons. We want to get her to neutral so we have a good starting position. And with that starting position, he will be able to see exactly what he needs to do. I have 100% confidence in this doctor. He is very knowledgeable. He's very smart. He has a good plan. I trust it. I don't know if you guys remember last year, or you may be new to our channel, but last year we tried Botox with Lourdes. I was not confident in that. I only did 1 round of Botox. First of all, look at my face, y'all. This look plumb crazy. Anyways, so as you can see, I lost audio and lost video because my memory card or camera just started recording me with no sound but stuck on this facial expression. So I was just talking about Lourdes and having Botox and how I didn't care for that course of action. I didn't really see anything that gave her any kind of improvement, but it's hard for me to even make that statement because I didn't do it long enough, and maybe it would have helped. All I know is I didn't want to put her through getting Botox every 3 months or 4 times a year and it just be a temporary fix. I feel like this doctor has a plan that will give her more longevity, that she won't need intervention for a while. I'm not saying that she won't need tendon work again. I'm not even saying she won't need hip work again. I'm hoping that she doesn't, but I feel like she can go a longer amount of time without having to do anything real invasive. So instead of keep talking, which on the video I can remember me at this point and I went through a really emotional time. So it may be good that my camera went in this direction because I was emotional and I began to ugly cry. And so I'm glad that now you don't have to see that. So what we're going to do from here is just go ahead and check out the casting day 1, and we will see you guys every week moving forward until casting is complete and we're on to the next step.
Okay.
Hi guys, that's what she said. So today is a big day for Lourdes, and welcome back to our channel. We haven't been on here in a little while. Today is a big day for her. Today is January the 15th, Wednesday, and so she's going to get casting on her feet. So we're headed out to run a few errands, and then we have an appointment at about 1 o'clock with this new orthopedic doctor, Dr. Ebenezer, and his orthopedic technician is going to be the one that does the casting. So casting will last about 8 weeks. She usually goes the full 8 weeks anyway. So we just had a really good bath because she'll only be able to bathe once a week, like full bathe. She'll bathe, we'll wash her up every day, but she'll only be able to fully bathe once a week when she's taken off the cast before she gets the new set put back on. So we just took a really good bath because it's going to be our last full bath for quite some time. She'll start the casting. We'll do it every week. And then around the beginning to middle of March, Lourdes will go in for surgery, where she'll have, yes, you're going to have surgery. So it will be a journey. It has been, it has weighed heavy on me mentally for a little while. We found out about it in December. So it hasn't had a long time to linger, but at the end of the day, I just look at it like this. It will help her be able to get on her feet and her to be able to walk. And that's goal. Like, we want her to walk. Nobody wants anybody to, yes ma'am?
Doctor.
Yes, we're going to the doctor. Nobody wants anybody to have to endure surgeries and procedures that they don't have to. But with CP kids, there's so many different things to intervene and try to help them live a normal lifestyle. And since she's only 5, this is the best time to do it. And I really have faith in the doctor who recommended all of this for her. So that's what we're doing today. That's what we're documenting. I'm going to show her feet progress every week that she goes, which will be every Wednesday. And then once we come to the point where it's time for surgery, we'll talk more about what she's doing. But I just want to catch you guys up. I hope you're having a good 2020 so far. I hope that you are manifesting your destinies and that everything is going as good as it can go. Try to just remain positive like we are. I hope you have more happy days and sad ones, but if you do have a sad day, you know how to shake it off and move forward, and just remember to be grateful for the little things and the things that you do have. But anyway, so we'll see you at Dr. Ebenezer's office when we start casting, right, Lolo? Yeah. So if you plan to be on this journey with us for the next 8 weeks for the casting, and then probably another 8 weeks after surgery, please give this video a thumbs up. And also, if you're new to our channel, welcome. We hope you subscribe to our channel. We're planning on bringing some different types of content moving forward. We've been hearing and reading in the comments what people like and don't like, and just know that we are taking your opinion into account. And we'll see you shortly. Bye. Hi guys. Okay. So we're here at the clinic, and here we go. It's right here. Thank God that there's a clinic here in Murfreesboro now that we can go to, that we don't have to be driving up and down the interstate during rush hour traffic. So we're about to head in now. Our appointment is at 1:15. It's a little bit after 1. We just finished having a little lunch. Lourdes is holding on to a donut that I hope that she eats or tries. So anyway, we're going inside, and again, we're going to start casting today. No. I'm going to ask the guy that does the casting, is he okay with me filming him do the casting and ask a couple of questions so you guys can understand what's going on. And maybe the doctor will check in with us as well and kind of, you know, give us some what to look forward to moving forward, like what to expect or whatever. So we're heading in now, and then we'll check you guys shortly. There's Lolo before she gets the cast. Show them your feet. There they are. And then we'll show you guys the after when we're done. So we're here inside of the office, in the cast technician's office. We're about to get casted, our first set of casts, right, Lolo? Yeah. Are you excited? Yeah. What color did you pick? Purple. Purple. So as you can see over there on that little cart, everything is getting prepared for the cast right over there. So he's got out the black socks, which is already different from how the other lady does it. She usually does white, so black doesn't show as much dirt, and I like that. So we'll do that. That's the tub he's probably gonna dip all of his fiberglass in. And again, Lourdes picked purple. So we'll see you guys when it gets started.
It depends. If it goes fairly quickly and I think we can move forward sooner, we will. Your convenience is also a factor, obviously. You know,
Yeah.
if you're like, well, it would be better for us to do it.
I don't have your face on here. I'm just filming y'all doing her
Oh, no,
feet.
it's okay. It's
Yeah, I just want my husband to be able to see it because he's away at sea, and so
okay.
yeah, I want him to be able to see it. But anyway, I mean, whenever it works out for you, then it'll work out for
Let me
us.
put one on.
So
Sure.
yeah, just I guess whenever that time comes, we'll see.
Okay.
But her daycare has a lot of questions already, and I'm like, I really can't answer some of those things for y'all. Y'all taking
Tell them no comment.
yeah, they're taking me too far ahead. I'm like, oh, I don't want to think about that right now. So it's purple. You pick purple.
That's pretty.
It is pretty.
So Mama, we had talked about putting the white on first and then the purple, but we're using soft cast.
Okay. So what's the difference? Because I feel like we've done in the past, they end up hard. Is it like touch soft to the touch
It's
or
like rubbery.
Rubbery.
okay?
I think especially for this first one, because I don't want to overdo it. Hard cast you can create pressure points. You know? So I think I kind of want to see what we get out of this, and just kind of gradually come over. Maybe
Okay.
when we get a little more correction, we can get a little more aggressive. in
Okay. Is that as thick as it'll be?
that. No, it'll
One
be
more.
thicker.
Okay. I was gonna say that's perfect. Like the other ones are like super thick. So we got to get new pants and everything to fit over those things.
It won't be that much thicker.
Okay. What do you think about your purple cast? No comment? You like them?
Pretty.
It is pretty. Yes, baby, I like it.
So the big thing is,
I know
is
she's
if
beautiful.
You ever have to, if you run her to the ER for some crazy reason,
Okay.
and it's not to us, don't let them take a cast saw to this.
Okay.
You can unwind this.
Yes. The same way okay, so speaking of which,
It's like a rubberized ace rifle.
yeah, because with the last place that did casting for her, I would take them off.
Yes, they
And
use soft cast.
so we're doing the same thing.
These are-
Yes.
Will I be doing the same thing like the night before she
I'll-
comes back
I'll
for the
leave this on till next week.
Right.
Maybe after that, we'll start taking them off the night before. Right?
Okay, okay.
So you can give her a bath and stuff.
Okay.
Just put a little bit more on her.
So yeah, it's really easy, but they're stinky. They're stinky when they come off.
It's smelly. Oh man, I know.
So yeah, I have stinky feet when I take them
It's kind of
off.
funny, it's kind of funny when we put the cast on. It's
Mm-hmm.
always easier to push it with the cast on than it was with the cast off.
Is it really?
I don't know why that is. Maybe they just kind of relax a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. All right, Lourdes, I'm gonna push just a little bit, honey. Okay.
Okay.
Don't get mad at me.
See, I won't.
Wow, that was the opposite reaction. there.
Gotcha.
Driving really, this is a similar type of. It's not the same ideology.
You okay, Lourdes?
It's different. Same technique.
He's almost done. He's almost done. You remember what we talked about? We gotta try to get your feet ready for you to stand up, and then maybe you could take some steps one day. And then if you take some steps, we're going to see Mickey Mouse in person. We going, girl. We going. We're going to see Mickey.
Mouse?
Yep. Say we're going. You want to see Mickey? No. You remember you told me you wanted Cass? You remember?
No, you don't want
No, she's like, I don't know about that anymore. You wanted them, right? Gonna fix your feet? Look how pretty they are in purple.
It's pretty.
It is
Purple.
pretty. When you go to school tomorrow, you can show your friends. Pretty.
The only reason why I don't want you to take it off this time is I kind of want to see what it looks like right when we take it off.
Okay.
Just to see what are we getting.
Okay.
Are we getting kind of helping? Is it,
Mm-hmm.
and this is only the first cast.
Yeah.
You okay? It's probably a little uncomfortable for her.
Did OT make that?
The
Occupational therapy?
yeah. No, not her regular one, but we went over to what's it called? Star Physical Therapy,
Star.
and a
Oh,
guy over
Star
there.
did it.
Yeah, he made it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's pretty good, actually. Okay. All right, honey.
That's pretty.
It is pretty.
Ooh.
I love that.
It's pretty.
I love that
I
purple.
like it.
That's a good color.
Switch with you, Mama.
Are we doing the same color on this
Okay.
side?
Maybe we
think
can
so.
both go over there.
She really likes purple.
She does like purple.
What's that on? Let me see.
Look at that.
Ooh.
What are you watching?
Cool. These kind of look like Legos. All the friends going in.
Sorry. That's not too bad for the first one. Let's just do that.
Okay.
It's actually already pretty hard underneath. So.
Okay.
Let's just do that. We got a little bit of correction there, right? We didn't really get her feet pointed down. That's not going to be something we're going to be able to get.
Okay.
I'm really just trying to pull her over now.
Yeah.
Got a little more out of this one than I did on this one, but each week it's going to be a little more.
Yeah. You said you got a little bit more out of this one?
I was able to kind of pull it around a little more on
Okay.
that side than I was on this side.
Okay.
but That's okay.
Okay.
It's really actually not that much difference.
Yeah.
When you look at them right next to each other. So.
Okay.
All right, Loris.
All right.
I'll see you next week, okay?
Say thank you to Doctor. That's Doctor right there. You've been asking for him all
This is
day.
working pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, good girl. All right.
Say it's working out.
If she gets any irritation from her skin, you know, we can put some felt tape on it or something.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
You ready to
Bye,
go?
Loris. Go.
She's like, okay, I'm done. I'm done with y'all.
See you guys next week.
Say bye. Thank you, Doctor.